So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. We equally fight. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this. That's like that little triad kiss.
I get jealous when I see my partner with someone else. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just didn't do strongly disagree because, I mean, of course, jealousy is a factor in polyamory, but it's something that we just communicate about. And I do get jealous occasionally, yes.
I think in other parts of our lives, like work, friend, family, we kind of like suppress that jealousy. You can't really act out on it. So why, when it comes to relationship, you can just go and act out on it and get mad at your partner for it, or tell them you can't talk to this person or that person.
I found through polyamory that I thrive off of love from multiple people, and I don't think I'm somebody to take that away from people I love either. So I feel that it would be wrong for me to feel jealous when it's something that I want. Instead, I replace it with a word even a lot of polyamory people don't know, which is compersion, which is like the opposite of jealousy, where I actually feel really happy when I see my significant other with somebody else. Yeah.
So I haven't been in a quad, right, where there have been 4 of us and we were all sort of internally dating one another, but I have had 3 girlfriends at once, and these were parallel relationships. While jealousy isn't like a super huge problem that I deal with, it can emerge from other things other than seeing them with someone else, right?
We've been married for
14
years?
14 or so, yeah.
13, 14, yeah, 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been married 14 years.
We just realized that not one person can fulfill all your needs. Ingrid and I just dated for a minute, honestly. We actually were friends for a year, and then she realized she was out of my league. And we remained friends since, And
You couldn't handle me.
No, it's true.
My family approves of my relationship. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I'm actually over here, on the other side of this line, because I come from a traditional Korean Christian home, and me marrying a Puerto Rican was unacceptable. They pretended like he didn't exist, hoping he'd just go away.
Night before the wedding, are you sure?
2 weeks before the wedding, my mom was like, you can still call it off, right? And so it was pretty rough, which is why I'm not actually out to my parents. I don't really talk to them very much. There's no way that I can even approach this subject, which is kind of why I'm here today, because I want to show people, hey, look, we exist, and it's okay.
Coming out to my mom, it took actually a couple years. And so her reaction was more of a curiosity where she was just asking me questions about it. I think her unconditional love was the acceptance of our polyamory, that now she's able to show it off and talk about it to people that they don't understand, and she's able to that's my daughter, So it's pretty awesome.
While they support my lifestyle, I don't necessarily think that they quite understand it. When I have undergone separations or breakups with partners and tried to rely on my family for a little bit of emotional support to help me grieve those losses, sometimes I'm met with well, you got another partner. I don't see what the big deal is, right?
I guess the way my mom has always seen it, she's always seen I'm in a relationship where I'm a slave maybe in the background, and these girls are telling me what to do and controlling my life and taking away all my money. I was really emotional during our wedding because I didn't expect my mom not to show up to the wedding. I thought she was gonna be in the background just mad, They've always done a really good job of going to all my sport events, to everything that I've done in life. They've always been there, except for this one moment. Even our gender reveal, they didn't show up to the gender reveal either.
You can cheat in polyamorous relationships. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's why I was like, when you date somebody who's monogamous, right? Or let's say that they're married, and because you're polyamorous, they're like, oh, hey, look, she's easy, or, he's available. That's cheating. You're not cheating, because you're being honest. But their partner's not consenting to the relationship that you're having with that person.
It is still an individual decision of mine to say, okay, well, am I going to involve myself or not? I mean, sure, I think that clearly they're cheating, and I may try to encourage them to, say, hey, you should tell this person what's up, but I'm not cheating. I'm you know what I'm saying?
Do you really want the other partner to show up with a shotgun?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because, I mean, we've dated girls before, and the second we find out that there was someone else, boom, it's over.
As a conceptual question, could you guys cheat within your polyamorous relationships? If two of you were to engage one another without the third one, would that constitute cheating in some senses?
Well, my answer, because I met them together, I don't see that if they were in the mood that would be cheating. That
Gotcha.
if they told me about it or whatever, just because their relationship
Gotcha.
was
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it was.
There's times where I'll start fooling around with her, and she'll come out of the shower. But before we finish, the other person will be there.
You can 100% cheat. And the reason being, like, we're open to pretty much everything. Like, we're allowed to have sex outside of the relationship. We're allowed to date other people. We date people together. But the problem is if you're not honest about it. If I just swiped on Bumble, whatever, went on a date, and I didn't tell her anything, that's cheating.
I want children. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this is not an answer, I guess. Somewhat agree.
I went from wanting 4 kids to 2 kids to 0. Once we started paying bills and living in Los Angeles, I was like, I can't do this.
I'm of the mind of if we have children, somebody has to stay home to raise them. I'm born and raised Puerto Rico. I came out here to pursue a career that I have successfully made a living off. She started her own business. Are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? She's like, no. She's like, are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? He's like, no.
It is kind of selfish on our part, and we understand that it's not the norm necessarily, but for us, it's worked out, and we love our life.
We're happier for it.
We're happier for it.
I strongly agree because I have a 9-year-old already. So, I mean, I just felt like it would be a little weird to be like, yeah, strongly disagree, right? But I do think it's a separate question, though, right, of whether or not I'd like to bring more life into the world, right? And that's just something that I talk about and think about with partners and the like. But polyamorous children or children born into polyamorous families aren't necessarily protected by the state or the society in the same way that people born into dyadic or monogamous units are, who can access marriage, so on and so forth. So
She's only 21, I'm only 23, so obviously there's gonna be some problems with that financially and stuff like that. But we do talk about having kids. I want a little boy and, like, to raise him, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm ready.
We never wanted to have children. We were probably in that side, way over there, And after discussing the whole marriage thing, we're like, well, once we get a house and we do this, we'll eventually take that journey. So we got a house, then we actually ended up getting married. Now she's pregnant.
congratulations.
This is the baby bump.
Okay.
We found like a birth center, even through COVID, that will allow all 3 of us in the room when the baby's born.
And then for the babies, we're gonna do like a power of attorney so that all of us can have the same type of guardianship over the baby, any medical or anything like that.
We actually found that this year 3 dads were put on the same birth certificate
Right.
for their kid. They actually wrote a book about it. I'm really interested in learning more, but with that means it's possible.
I am equally committed to all my partners. 3, 2, 1, go.
Equally committed to. I really am somewhere between these two. What about, is here good? I'm struggling with the understanding equal. I don't think equal means the same, so I know I don't have the same commitment. How I orient myself towards keeping my commitment, I do think is the same. It may look like, to an external eye, that I don't have equal commitments to them all, right? So
I think that's why you're on this side closer than on that side, is because you're willing to be present, whether it be for one or the other. Like for me, it's dating a male and a female. Like I can do Chacha's eyelashes, but definitely not Jimmy's. He would not dig that. So there's totally that difference, but like the willingness to be present for your partners, whether they want that same affection or not, that's why I think you're a little more on this side than on that side, even if you're not all the way over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm on this side too, is the fact that, I'm committed to making my relationships work. I'm committed to that person and to bringing to that person what they need from me. And then if I can't do it, then the relationship doesn't work.
Openness, communication, obviously being like, okay, I have a partner, this is my main partner. Maybe they just want to have sex, or maybe they just want to go on dates or have somebody to cuddle with.
This is my primary partner. So they are a priority at the end of the day. I feel like if we had a third person in our relationship, it would be equal and we would be on that side.
She's my nesting partner. She's my primary partner. She's the person that I have built my life around. And that's how I understood the question. It's not that my other partners are disposable. I mean, I will take a bullet for all of them.
So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. You know, if I'm mad at her, she gets mad at me. We equally fight. We equally come together. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this. Let's set that little triad kiss. And then after that kiss, everything's good, and then we go out to eat.
And to eat, yeah.
And I like to add, because I knew that hierarchy existed, so when I met them, knowing that she's a girl and I could feel kind of that feeling of if someone were to enter my relationship, how I would feel. I never wanted to step on her toes. For me, it was very fluid and open and okay, to the point where I like hyperactively wanted to make sure she was okay.
Even getting her pregnant, we all discussed it, and she was, you should go get pregnant first.
My future relationships will be polyamorous. 3, 2, 1, go.
If I could find somebody who covers every single base, which I honestly am not really sure if that's even possible, but if they cover every single base, I, wouldn't need another partner.
I piggyback off of that because I'm similar, right? So for me, I said earlier, right, like my polyamory is not a numbers game. It could be one person, it could be more than one person. My future relationships will be polyamorous. I definitely mean like sort of like this polyamory in principle and not necessarily in like number.
For us, we started out monogamous, and then we opened the door to polyamory, and there's no shutting that door. And the idea that, like Ingrid was saying, like, would you need another person? Well, we believe we would need another person to do different things with.
I would like my future relationships to be polyamorous, but I also understand that life happens sometimes. If you were to get married or have kids, you might not have the time to be in a polyamorous relationship. And also, because we're open, I feel like any discussion, like you can talk to me about anything. So if my partner came to me and was like, hey, I think I want to be monogamous, I would definitely be open to that idea too.
So it's not necessarily that I will be doing this for the rest of my life, but I do want the ability to be open to it. I don't want to be fully monogamous, but I guess I am open to it, like you said, with marriage, and there's many factors that go into it. That's the only reason I'm not on strongly agree, but I would more than likely want to be in a polyamorous relationship, even throughout my marriage.
Well, that is officially a wrap for you guys. So, yeah.